Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Precalc distance learning. I'm glad to be back at it. I'm looking forward to interacting with you folks again. Okay, I'm optimistic that we'll be back in class and working face to face again, that we'll get to see all you. But for now, we're going to make this distance learning thing work, and I threw this video together to kind of give you an idea what you can expect moving forward here, what we're going to be doing this first week. And really my plan is to start every week off with a video, okay, showing what's going to be due, okay, if there's any changes or announcements, and that kind of stuff. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into that. And we'll be going through what we're going to be doing for, the foreseeable future this semester here. I'll give you the plan this week, how things will work, and then we'll take a look at my Moodle page, kind of give you a breakdown of what's going on there. All right, first off, what you can expect from distance learning moving forward. We're still doing homework, we're still taking quizzes, we're still taking tests. Okay, so as much as possible, we're going to try to keep moving forward, keep kind of grading you the same way we would if we were in class. Because like I said, hopefully we'll be switching back to that fairly shortly here. You'll be submitting pictures of your homework. So just like you turn in a homework sheet to me on the day of a test, okay, you're just going to take a picture of it and I'll take a look at it and put in the grade book. Okay, quizzes we're going to do via Moodle. Just like our normal quizzes, they'll be retakeable. We'll talk about that in a minute. And then Moodle tests, okay, I'm going to say focused on essential outcomes. Obviously, there's some challenges doing testing via the internet. I can't assess you as in-depth as I could with a piece of paper. Okay, if you think of our last chapter where we had you graphing trig functions, I know how I could do it, but we can't go in as in-depth. Okay, so tests will be adjusted a little bit to focus on the essential outcomes to kind of make up for anything that's lacking with our distance learning here. Okay, so still turning in homework, taking quizzes, taking tests. Okay, we do still have 3 chapters left to cover that we typically cover in Precalc. We will be adjusting the pacing to kind of accommodate distance learning. Obviously, when I don't get to see you every day for 50 minutes, there's going to be a little bit lost there. Okay, we realize there's a lot going on right now. You might have other responsibilities you've taken on, stuff like that. Okay, so we're going to adjust that pace, slow that pace down a little bit. And then finally, to kind of adjust for that, we will cut out non-essential material. We've already talked about it. There's some stuff that would be nice to teach you, but you don't absolutely need to know it, so that will be cut, okay, kind of make up for the adjusted pacing. Okay, so we are still going to try to cover most of what's important, most of what you typically get for Precalc. And again, why are we doing that? We want to get you ready for an ACT test. We want to get you ready for calculus if you're moving on, or college algebra. Okay, so we do want to make sure we're moving forward and still covering what you're supposed to learn in a Precalc course. Okay, let's talk about what that's going to look like this week. Okay, we'll say this week the goal is to get through one lesson, lesson 4.1, Fundamental Identities. That'll be a little slower than we typically go through in class. We'd probably do this lesson plus maybe something else, but I'm going to say goal this week, let's get the next lesson done. We kind of quit in a nice spot where we aren't in the middle of a chapter that we have to review after 2 weeks. Okay, so we're picking up with the next chapter, chapter 4, and again, goal is to get through lesson 1 this week. Okay, what do I have for you? You're going to watch the lesson videos. I have broken this lesson down into 2 videos, about 20 minutes each. First one's a little less, second one's a little bit more. Just like you would in class, okay, take notes, walk through the problems. There'll be some spots I say pause and try to work out part B after I show you part A. Do take an active participation role in that. Don't just sit there and watch me do the math, work through the math yourself there. I do have a copy of the note guide on Moodle for you. You can print if you want. If you have a printer, probably be the way to go. But if it comes down to it, you're just copying things in your notebook, that's fine too. Either way, make sure you're taking some notes. Okay, so watch the video lessons, then, like usual, do the homework, do the work. There is a one-page assignment on Moodle. It's the same thing I'd give you if we were doing things face-to-face. And you will submit a picture of your work on Moodle. So again, just like I'd skim over your assignment, yep, it's done, looks good, same thing. And I'll show you where to submit that picture in a few minutes when I pull up my Moodle page. Okay, so watch the videos, do the homework, and then the goal by the end of the week is to take the quiz on section 4.1. Okay, it is a 5-question Moodle quiz. We'll show you where that's at in a minute, and you can retake this up to 3 times. Okay, so kind of like in class where we let you retake something once, I guess technically here you can retake it twice. And yeah, we'll show you where that's at in a minute here. And I guess the last thing we'll say about that is this is all due by midnight on Friday. As you go through different courses, you're going to find that we have different days set up to turn things in when things are due. Okay, math department got Friday. So you've got the week to work through this. Now, what I'd recommend is you do a video per day followed by a homework assignment. Okay, break it up. But as long as you get done by Friday, I'm okay. Maybe you'd rock it out all the first day Monday. Maybe you wait till Friday afternoon to get it all done. I wouldn't recommend that. Okay, I'd say spread things out. I'd say tackle either a lesson or a homework assignment per day. But when it's all said and done, we'll say this quiz, this homework assignment's due by Friday. That's when the math stuff is due. All right, let's talk about a few other ways the course will work. Number 1, attendance. Okay, I need you to fill out my attendance form on Moodle on a daily basis. Whether you work on this course or not, I do need you to check in with me with the Google form I have on Moodle. This is something that I will have some reminders for you. I'll have some ways to kind of organize the work a little bit as you're going through. It'll help me monitor your progress as we go through this here. And then also I may have some announcements if anything changes for the week. Okay, I'll have it on that Moodle form. So I will try to have something meaningful for you to read. Like I said, even if you're not working on the math that day, I still do need you to check in. You do need to check in every day for attendance. Okay, next up, if you need help, I think this will be the way that it's going to be the most different from class. Okay, in class, you throw a hand up, I can help you right away. Will be a challenge, but I think I've got a pretty good way figured out to make this happen. What I'm going to do is on a daily basis have some online office hours where you'll check into a video meeting. We can talk face to face, and I'll be able to present kind of a canvas for me to write on and answer your questions. I'm going to set those up from 7:30 to 9 every morning and 2 to 3:30 every afternoon, Monday through Friday. Okay, so my hope with that is that you'll either be available in the morning or in the afternoon, between one of the two of those. Hopefully that works for you. I will adjust this based on students' use. Okay, we'll keep it like this week, but if nobody's showing up at 7:30, nobody's getting any help till, let's say, 8:30, maybe I'll push that time back. Okay, if nobody's there at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe I'll move that time up. I'll give you a heads up on a weekly basis if I'm going to change that. Okay, we'll see what works best for students. Okay, and we'll adjust as we need to here. I'm going to run these just like your other teachers through Zoom. Okay, we are still waiting on our Zoom account to get activated, so I'm not going to be ready to go with this Monday morning, but hopefully by Monday afternoon we'll be good to go. I'll give you guys a heads up when these meetings start here. Okay, otherwise, if you need something else, just send an email. Basically, my job throughout the day is to be here working on this course, supporting you guys. So if you send an email, I'm going to be checking it throughout the day. I can get back to you. If the office hours aren't going to work for you for some reason, we can figure something else out or take care of things that way. Okay, other reminder, I might disappear. If you remember at the beginning of the semester, my wife and I are having a baby. That baby's due sometime in the next week or two. I will try to give you a heads up if I'm not available for some reason, but if all of a sudden I just kind of fall off the grid and I'm not there for a Zoom meeting I was supposed to be there for, chances are I've got something else going on. We're delivering a baby or something to that effect. Okay, I try to give you a heads up the best I can, but if I fall off the grid, just all of a sudden, reminder that's what I've got going on here. Okay, few other things as far as some old stuff. Number one, I'll be putting the Chapter 3 homework in the gradebook this week. I haven't messed with that the last 2 weeks have been off just because I know there's going to be some students who forgot to turn it in or something. I didn't want to put zeros in the gradebook and freak out as we're not talking to each other. Okay, so I'll put that in this week and then we can figure out something to get that turned in if you missed it for some reason. I will be communicating with students individually about makeup tests this week. There's a few students who still haven't taken our last Chapter 3 test just because they were gone the last week we had school. I will get a hold of you individually and take care of that. And that was out of order, but the last thing, the MCA packet, last thing we're working on, don't worry about turning that in. I don't want to be a pain to get that to me and then me correct it and get it back to you. Okay, if you did it, great, good for you. You got some good practice as far as standardized tests goes. If not, your loss, I guess. Okay, but I'm not going to be collecting that packet at all here. Okay, last thing I want to run through quick is just what my Moodle page is going to look like, or what it looks like here. If you pull that open, it says video. That will be the link to this video. I can't put the video there until I record it. So that's why it just says video. But every Monday, like I said, I'll have a quick video running down what's going on for the week. My slides I just showed you, those are all right here in bullet form if you need to check something out. Scrolling down, the daily attendance check-in, that's right here. Again, this is just a Google form we're going to have you fill out. Some different questions to help you monitor your progress as we go through on a daily basis. Take care of that every day. Here's the link for my office hours. Like I said, that doesn't do anything yet. Okay, hopefully in the next day here, there'll be a live Zoom meeting that you can attend on those times. And then at the top of the page, I've got kind of an expanded section for section 4.1. Here's what we've got going on. Link to the note guide if you want to print that off. Okay, link to the homework if you want to print that off, or you can just do it on the screen, up to you. And then for this lesson, like I said, there's two videos, video 1 and video 2. This is a YouTube video here. It goes through what's on the note guide. At the bottom, I tell you what homework problems to do after watching this video. Okay, so like we said, you'll watch each of those, do the homework for them. What else do we have? Right below that, 4.1 worked out solutions. So just like we've had all semester long, here's the worked out solutions for section 4.1. So if you do get stuck on your own, this would be the first place I'd point you to. This is all the work. And it kind of previews the fun stuff we're going to be doing in this lesson here. Next up, a spot to turn that homework in. Like I said, I'm just going to have you submit pictures of it, and probably easiest way to go just be to hold your assignment up to your webcam on your Chromebook, snap a picture of it. Okay, the Chromebook will save that file, and you can just upload those files here. Okay, I've got it set up to take 5 files, I think, so if it turns into multiple pages, multiple pictures, as long as I can read it, it doesn't need to be pretty. That's what we got going on there. Okay, and then from there, here's the Moodle quiz. It is 5 questions. It will have a time limit, I think like 20 minutes. That's just to kind of keep you honest. You can retake it. You can take it up to 3 times. I guess the big thing I'd recommend, just like with a quiz in class, after you take it once, if you don't get what's going on, you need to get some help. You probably want to practice some more. That's why I have the reteaching sheet that I'd usually have on my table in class right here, along with the reteaching answers. And those would be kind of a great thing to come to the office hours with. If you bomb the quiz first time around, give the reteaching a shot. Mr. Bailey, I need some help with number 2 on here. We can work you through that. And same thing with homework, same thing with stuff like that. Okay, so that's all the stuff there for 4.1. It looks like kind of a lot, but it's just the different pieces that normally be getting delivered in class. That's all I got for you here today. Like I said, feel free to reach out if you have questions. Shoot me an email. I try to keep everything straightforward, but if something's not making sense, let me know right away. And again, make sure you're filling out that attendance sheet on a daily basis. I'll have some spots for questions and some info for you there as well. All right, like I said, looking forward to working with you here, getting back to it a little bit. Have a good one, and let me know if you need anything.